Transformer fans, what's going on? How you doing out there today in YouTube land? Got another double feature for me. Sino T-Jilla is here with the double feature, and we're going to do another titanium double feature with another animated. Today we've got none other than Mr. Superior SOUNDWAVE. And what we have is two different forms. The closest I could find to G1, or that I actually own to G1, and the most recent incarnation of none other than SOUNDWAVE. So tell me, true believers, which of these two do you like the best? Is it this guy right here in the 2008, I guess, Scion mode? It's got the big old rock guitar on top. You know, he's partying like a rock con, you know. And then we have this one right here, you know, the boom box. And who doesn't love a good boom box? Matter of fact, let's play a little something. Enough of that. So here he is, one of everybody's favorites. And once again, this is a Decepticon review, so you know it's time to rise and conquer with the right-hand man to Megatron himself. The Decepticon, I feel, that always should have been second in command. Instead of Starscream, should have been SOUNDWAVE. Because SOUNDWAVE was a very, you know, maniacal super spy. He was a spy con, and he did a good job. Now, here's the trick to it. We all know the legend of SOUNDWAVE when it comes down to the animated version. Right, true believers? Here's the trick to nowadays. Did Hasbro do a good job with a titanium or with the animated? So let's see, where should we go first? We're going to go here first. What we have right here is a boom box. You know, it's got the little details on it. Obviously, these are the speakers. Back in the days, this is a cassette deck. You know, you pop that open. You know, and yeah, you know, you put one of these guys in there, you can get all those good sounds and, you know, tunes and all that good stuff. Put it in, you press play, pause, reset, whatever. You know, it's a boom box. But actually, it was more of a cassette Walkman, you know. So, let's go ahead and give it the little 360. Got the little batteries in the back, but no battery pack. So, did Hasbro do a good job on this one right here? The colors are obvious. Decepticon symbol's cool, you know, it's right there. It's letting you know exactly what the allegiance is, you know. So here he is, titanium form SOUNDWAVE. I've been holding off on doing this review for a little while because I didn't really know how I was going to break it down or how I was going to get into it. And it's nice in the cassette player form. But to combat the faults of this figure that like irked me to no end, I had to make this a two-parter. Can you dig it? So that's where the Scion SOUNDWAVE from the animated line comes in, because this is not a bad figure at all. I saw him on many reviews, came to the stores, picked him up, you know. It was pretty, it's nice, you know. It's even got the, you know, reminiscent, you know, of the old G1 spirit, you know. There it is, nice little gold Decepticon symbol in the front. So, SOUNDWAVE, either way you go. Which one do I like more? Well, let's see. How about we go into the transformation? Megatron's right-hand man. You simply take down those legs, and here's a fault right here. Faults that I just can't get over. That's why this is a two-parter, true believers, because for titanium, I have to say, and being straight up honest, out the gate, man, look at that. This is probably the worst titanium I've got my hands on. I mean, these guys just falling apart all over the place. Excuse me for a second while I retrieve his body parts that he owns. So, did Hasbro do justice to a legend? No. This titanium, they dropped the ball on this one. They let all the circuits fall out off the hard drive. His servos are definitely not in place. Pop out those little funky feet, And when you see something, that's the trick to advertising. The big trick to advertising is that it looks good. Okay, here's the trick to advertising. Sometimes it can look good in person. Other times it can look good on TV. Many times, pop these batteries out the back, it looks good on TV and in person, so it's well worth it. It's a classic, it's well worth buying. This is one of those occasions. I mean, he looks like Soundwave, and they even put him into damn near action figure form. He's about 6 inches, maybe 4.5, 5.5 inches. But he has so many negatives about him that, I mean, do I really even go into all of them? If you own this figure, you know exactly what I'm going through. Okay, top half, it's Soundwave. It's cool. Get all these little attachments out and everything. I mean, the detail is nice. You even got the battery post. It shows you where positive should be going up and negative going down, That's cool. The color scheme is cool. But in the middle, looks like my man has on a giant diaper. There is no waist articulation. The cassette deck does open in. What we have? Laser beak eject. There he is right there. So, my main problem with this figure is that unless you arch him a certain way where he looks like he's like not halfway drunk off Energon, he can't stand up worth a crap. It's not stable, and I can't, deal with it being this way. I can't understand how whoever the designer was dropped the ball on this figure. So, do I have a lot of good things to say about him? I mean, it's a titanium, I'm cool with it. I like it, but no, I'm not happy with it. So that's why this is a two-part review, because part one is going to break down why I don't like this Soundwave. I like the fact they got the little laser beak he came with it and everything. I added some little extra details, highlighted the red through the silver beak in there. He's got his little feet, his little claws, It's got all that stuff, but I'm not enthusiastic about this figure at all. I mean, I'm stumbling over my words to really hold back how I feel about it. But there he is, transformed, comes with his little stand. If you get this figure, keep him in the box. Not unless you really want to take him out and test him out. I'm not disappointed that I took him out of the box, more than the fact that, I mean, I'm going to open my toys no matter what. The figures, these are some of, the things I really have liked for a while. But keep them in the box. So stay tuned. We're going to come back and we're going to do Mr. Animated. Peace, true believers. But if you have second thoughts, go with your first thoughts. Don't get it. Sino says so. Back in a minute.